also have a podcast for By Her Shelf where I interview guests about their reading life or the books that they write or the thing that they do with publishing or helping authors as well. Whoa, I don't know if you could hear that, but apparently I'm really hungry. Hello and welcome to By Her Shelf Media. We are not in my house or my office. This is our church's preacher's office, and it looks a lot better than my office, which is in my laundry room. So I wanted to do a little bit of a story time about how trying to mail this package today is going. Spoiler, it is not going well. Here's the story time. To introduce myself, my name is Erica, and currently I am a stay-at-home-ish mom of one baby girl who is 10 months, soon to be 11 months old, and I work with my husband as well. So my husband is a handyman. What I primarily do now is try to schedule where he's supposed to be working, and then I go through and get payments from people, and I do errands like going to the bank or bringing supplies, in addition to keeping up with our little one. And I own my own business. I've had Shopify for a while. I think I've had it back for a couple of months, and this will be the first month that what I sold could pay for my Shopify. So, but I'm hoping to grow that. And part of doing that is just to consistently share things about the business, what I'm doing, what I'm working on, things about journaling, things about books, and all the things that make up By Her Shelf. So today, I was hoping to take you along with me on a day in the life where I got to do a bit more of the business stuff and not as much as the life stuff. But my husband just started a new project, and I usually come on the days that he's starting to make sure that he has everything. If I need to go and do any running around for him, getting supplies, or going and getting a payment from somebody, or writing an invoice and taking it to somebody. It is a Monday, so we are starting a project. So in addition to trying to get something shipped for my business, I am helping with his business, and my daughter is taking her nap, so I can't really go anywhere quite yet. But what I am hoping to accomplish in this video, I need to ship this package today. Thank you, Kathleen, for your order. On this day in the life, you're really seeing, like, if I'm in my office, I do all right. Trying to take this show on the road did not work out. Again, I brought vibes, so I have to finish this though and send it off today. I don't know what time our post office closes, but we're gonna try to do that. That is hopefully what you'll be seeing in this video. So continuing on with our day in the life, I am on my way to go and pick up some supplies for my husband for his business, and to go home and get the things that I need to finish packing up this order and taking it to the post office. So quick side trip for that. Then once I bring it back, I'll have to still go to another store for my husband to get the transition strip for some flooring that's being put in, as well as something else. I don't know. He'll remind me when I get back. So next thing on this day in the life, and it's about 12:30, is to get those things from home, go to our local lumber store, bring that back, go to another store, and hopefully to get this package finished packing up and sent off. And I need to do that before the post office closes. And let's head out. Okay, so we went to the lumber yard. Now we have to go to Lowe's. I have my baby in the back seat. We're gonna go to Lowe's and also try to find something to eat. But we still have to find the nails and the transition strip, and then we will return here. And I still forgot one more thing from my house. I'm never gonna get this package mailed out today, but we have to. It is after 1, and we're gonna get it done. Okay, so we just got all the things from Lowe's given to my husband. Now I am stopping to pick up us a pizza for lunch, and then I have to catch the post office because I have like an hour left. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on and give you a little bit of the nightmare story of packing up this order yesterday and some of the other things that I talked about in this video that didn't make it into the final cut. So, yesterday, when I was trying to get this packaged up, I was going to take everything from home, including the label and the packing slip, and package this over at the church building. So, what ended up happening is I accidentally entered the weight for one of the two notebooks in pounds instead of ounces. And so it was showing the shipping to cost $21 for the US Postal Service and $13 just about for UPS. So when I went to print that label, I realized what had happened and I voided that one and printed another one. There's a small imperfection on one of the notebooks, and I wanted to make sure that the lovely customer who got it also got something else because it was not perfect to me. So I wanted to send some of my new designs in a bookmark format for her. However, I didn't bring anything that I needed to finish those bookmarks and have them be the quality that I wanted. And so I ended up scrapping that. And when I came home, I grabbed a set of a design group that's already out. So I did end up eventually getting everything I needed, and that's what I am doing now is packing that order. So this customer got two of my notebooks. She got one that's called Sloth Life on the website, and that one says slow down and enjoy the little things. And she also got one that says stand tall, which has sunflowers on it. And the story behind both of those, they are part of a collection that I call Gentle Reminders. And these have sayings that are meant to be a reminder each time you look at your notebook or you go to journal of something that is currently important to you in that season of life. For example, last year, 2025, my word of the year was stand. And I wanted something that would remind me of that goal, of that word. And sunflowers have always been
something that seems to stand tall, and I've liked them since childhood, and I wanted to incorporate a sunflower design, and that's how I came up with it. And that's how I come up with just about everything for the gentle reminders. They are reminders of things that I need to be reminded of, or that others that I know need to be reminded of. And that's why I created them. So I was really happy that someone purchased these particular designs online. The Sloth Life journal has been purchased several times in person as well. So that one I was happy about, but I was really excited to sell Stand Tall because that is the first time that I've sold that one, even though a lot of people remark on how much they love sunflowers. So I was very happy to get this order, and I'm very happy with how it finally ended up being packaged. A few other things that I wanted to talk about while you're watching this time lapse. I have been in business for over 6 years now. I started By Herself in 2019, and it started first in 2018 as a blog before I incorporated as a business. And in 2019 is when I started to develop my podcast. So I created a podcast and it launched at the beginning of 2019 where I would interview people who were readers or who were authors or publishing professionals about reading. And that is really where most of the business took off. In addition to the podcast, I developed a small business that was product based under the same name. So I sell journals, and they are guided journals or lined journals or dotted journals, but they are meant to help people, number one, develop a journaling habit to keep up with things that they are reading or what they think about things, or just to have a personal archive or something that they can pass down to their families, as well as making things specifically for readers, the reading journals, the bookmarks, notepads, and things that cater to readers because I am a big reader. It's always been a part of my life to read and write. So that is how I came up with my business and what we've been doing for the last 6 years. Recently, I wanted to move from the market only model that I had, where I was only selling in person at events, to one that integrates online as well. So this year, I want to do that even better. Last year, for a few months, I had my Shopify and I had no sales. The only sales that I've gotten on Shopify happened in the Christmas season and after. So I want to develop that online aspect of my business. However, I've also at the same time been feeling this uh, just desire to not be as digital, but to be more analog. That is, after all, the point of the products in my business is to take things from the digital space to the more personal space of having a physical journal to write in. Even though I'm doing that and pulling back a little bit from social media, I did want to step more into creating content for YouTube, which is very scary. I don't like being on camera, and I always feel like I'm not looking in the right place, or I'm doing something funny with my face, or my voice isn't quite right. But I think that YouTube, in addition to podcasting, are two of the ways that I best will connect with the audience for what I create. in addition to those, something that is in my wheelhouse and I do enjoy is writing. And so, in that vein, I've started a Substack where you can find me writing about this goal to be a little bit more analog, how I'm going to be using journaling, and other aspects of this analog year, this year of journaling, things that might have ended up as little clips on social media, expanded upon and shown in full detail, chatting about literacy, both reading and writing, and legacy, which is something since I've had my daughter that has been on my mind quite a bit. There were a lot of other things that I mentioned in parts that I cut that I wanted to do during the day that I taped this video or filmed or however you say it, which was the 5th of January. And what I had wanted to do was to write down ideas of things that I wanted on this channel. I also wanted to get set up for the rest of market season here in Florida, which is continuing on until April when it gets a little too hot to be outside. And I wanted to set myself up better for online orders. So, what that meant was creating a list of things that I use in my business and going home and taking an inventory to see what I needed to order, to look at my market setup and some things that I could change on that, start putting systems in place where I can account for the expenses that I have and what I'm able to bring in, look at my pricing and the things that I'm doing to try to get to profitable in my business. And that also included the idea of possibly creating my own business journal where I can keep all of these things to hand that you need over and over again in your business or a place to work out some of those things like market setup or online listings or anything that I need for the business. Usually, that is how I process things and create things that work in my business is by facing an issue or something that I need and then going and creating it. Getting back to what's happening in the video, so I believe I have um, wrapped up the notebooks. So I bought or brought something to put around the corners of the notebooks as well as on the binding so that the binding doesn't get crushed and the corners don't get messed up. And I wrapped these up. I wrote a personalized note on the back of my thank you card. I also went ahead and included that special set of bookmarks from the Gentle Reminders collection. And I added my business card as well. So everything was hopefully still nicely and neatly arranged when the package is delivered. This is me putting the bookmark set together for her and sending that in the package as well. And yeah, so basically that's what's happening. I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to take the box and get this put in the mail. So I'll let you watch the rest of this with a little bit of music playing and join you again at the tail end of the video.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew look the other way. Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is.
And we just sent the package off in the mail. So thank you to Kathleen in California. And your package is on the way. And I'll close out this video when I get home or at the church building because I'm almost out of battery. Good afternoon. It is now Tuesday. I forgot to close out the video from yesterday, and I also did not get any of the other stuff done today. So I have an order, and I'm just waiting for them to send me the documents. But I have an order to do workbooks for a college. So it has their text and worksheets and stuff in it. It will be spiral bound, and I'm excited to get to work on that. We're estimating between 30 to 50 of these workbooks will need to be printed and bound. And so that is something that I am looking forward to working on soon. They're supposed to get me the materials so that I can do some formatting to it and get it ready sometime the end of this week, early next week. So I will probably make a video on putting that together, hopefully. And I have packaging coming. So it's not like wonderful packaging, it's just boxes that will fit one notebook across. And with the depth, I can probably fit two in that package instead of the one that I used. So we'll be looking at that and figuring that, and hopefully tonight I can get started on another video where I am sitting down taking stock of the business, looking at what we accomplished last year and what we want to accomplish this year on our way to making this a profitable business. So look for that coming up. If you liked this video, please subscribe, like it, comment, and let me know what you would like to see on this channel, what you can look forward to. Office tour, day in the life, showing you my process of how I come up with and make my journals. When I have a good size order to do, we'll go through that. And it will probably be interrupted a lot by wife of a handyman duties. And I call myself unskilled labor because I am not a handy woman. That would not have been what you would have picked me to be if you had known me. I'm definitely a computer writer girly, but I do my best. And so you will see some unskilled labor chronicles, and you might see the baby every now and then. But yeah, new motherhood, being a handyman's apprentice, and hopefully getting this business really off the ground. I have some really big dreams, some goals that I want to hit, and some things that I want to share. So I will be doing that in future videos. But thank you for joining me, and I hope you like it. But please subscribe, like, comment if you are into this sort of content. And I hope to see you in the next video. See you guys.